Yo, what's up? It's your boy Russ Lotto in the building, man. Rocking with Gillfree Media, and this is my exclusive interview.
All right, so we are sitting down with Russ Lotto. Thank you for coming and sitting down with us. For our first ever interview with an artist. I'd like to take this time to thank you, for allowing us to do this. So before we get started, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who was Russ Lotto? Tell us about the music you like to make. All that. What makes Russ Lotto an artist?
Okay, I'm a hip hop artist, and basically, the music that I make is a representation of me. I'm talking about my life story, like all the things I've been through in my life, so that's the type of music I like to make. But I also like to make turn up music, music for the radios, music for the clubs and everything. So that's me.
Yeah, everyone likes to feel happy. Everyone wants to dance, get up, shake the booty, all that good shit.
Exactly.
What was I gonna say? You said that the music is a representation of your life. So tell us a little bit about your life. Like early beginnings. What got you started into music?
Okay, I'm originally from New York. From the Bronx. My older brother, he actually did music first. He used to rap. He used to be in a group, so I wanted to be just like him. So every time my brother used to make music, I used to be right there with him, soaking up everything. And as I got older, I started doing it myself, Started getting to my own rap groups and stuff like that, and it went on from there.
All right.
Well, my favorite rapper growing up was Tupac.
Okay, mine's too. I believe that's a lot of people's first. Like a lot of people's first favorite rapper is between like Biggie, Tupac, Jay-Z, Nas. Those.
I was a Tupac fan and DMX.
Okay.
So those was the two dudes that I liked the most, and basically I like them because I feel like they make music for every emotion that you got. You know what I mean?
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Like Tupac had music for like his mom Dukes. He had real life music for the struggle, for the black people. He made thug music.
Right.
He made songs for the females. So it's basically like a song for every type of emotion he had.
Right. And that's the kind of thing you want to do with your music.
Because with music, like sometimes we happy, sometimes we sad, sometimes we mad. So it's like I don't feel the same way every day.
Right.
Sometimes I go through things in life and I just get my notebook and I'm like, yo, let me get this off my chest.
Right. Yeah, it's music is your therapy.
Therapy, exactly.
Yeah. I can definitely respect that. A lot of artists use, their platforms to express their pain, get it off their chest, so it's a very common method to use music as a form of therapy and release. So I do agree with that process 100%.
Yeah. This is the album right here. Y'all gotta make sure y'all check it out. Russ Lotto Redemption. And that's the track listing right there. So, my life, I'm talking about my life story, my upbringing, and my life, growing up. Pray, that's actually talking about all the things that I'm going through within the past 4 months right now. So that's like a real song.
Okay.
And Undefeated, definitely, that's a song right there where I've been through a lot in my life, And it's like, what don't kill you only make you stronger.
Right.
So that's why I say I'm undefeated.
So with the song My Life, I was taking a listen to it, and it sounds like, your upbringing in New York wasn't necessarily, the easiest of upbringing. So could you tell us a little bit more about that, from the childhood and all that?
Yeah. Early on childhood, like I stayed with my grandmother, my moms and my pops, they lived in Harlem. Me, my brother and sister, we live in the Bronx with my grandmother. My grandmother, she was an alcoholic, so it's like she always used to, abuse us and different things like that. So she was, I love her to death. She was the best grandma, but she wasn't the best grandma.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, so it's like we grew up in poverty and everything like that, We was poor and everything. We didn't really have much. My older brother, he used to hustle and take care of me and my sister, So he used to go hit the block, get money, go buy us Chinese food, make sure that we got something to eat. But he held it down for us and everything. As far as my moms and my pops and everything, they was like living their own life. They was doing their own thing.
Right.
They always said that they was working and trying to provide a way for us so we could have a better life later on and everything. But early growing up, we didn't really live with my parents too much.
Okay. What was it? it sounds like you definitely had a hard upbringing, and personally myself, I'm right there with you. Life wasn't easy growing up, but we do what we gotta do as adults to make a better way for our children and all. What was it in the song "My Life"? I'm listening to you talk about your mother and how she was like a strong influence on your life. She kept you guys like in line. She made sure you guys were tough and ready for the world. So was she like a big supporter of your music and the things you were trying to do growing up? Or
I mean, I got an old school pop, so he was always like, yo, don't even worry about no music. Worry about graduating, getting out of school,
right?
And then you could do whatever you want. So as far as music, I always used to do music. I used to tell them like, yo, I'm nice with the music, but they never really supported me because
they wanted
for one, they said music is the devil music and stuff like that. So that's how they was rocking and everything like that. So I always used to write and everything, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna graduate from school, then I'll be able to do whatever I want to do. You know what I mean? But my mom strong black woman, man. You know what I'm saying? She been through a lot. She was a rider. You know what I mean? She was a queen, but she was gangster too.
Right.
Definitely, my mom's always kept us in the church. You know what I mean? Like my mom's and my pops was like water and oil.
Okay. So they went together. They just didn't mix.
Yeah. Oh. Like my pops, he was like, yo, I'm staying home.
Right.
My mom, she was like, yo, come on, go to church with us. You know what I mean?
Right.
But my pops, he really wanted to stay home. He wasn't really feeling it. But my mom, kept us in church. So my mom, used to tell my pops all the time. She was like, yo, my good deeds ain't gonna get you to heaven.
Right, exactly.
You gotta do your own thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. But my mom's definitely kept us in church, you know what I mean? Because she knew growing up, we faced a lot of demons and stuff.
Yeah, would you say that those religious undertones of your youth reflect inside your music today?
Definitely, you know what I mean? Because I believe, like, all the stuff I've been through in my life, like, I've been through mad stuff in my life, and I feel like the only thing that still got me here is God.
Right.
Like, I could have been gave up a long time ago, but I believe in God, and I believe that things is gonna get better.
Right.
So. Exactly.
What was it? Now, from some of the tracks off of your Redemption album, sounds like you talk about hustling, dealing, and you connect and all that stuff. So, do you have any experience with like the street lifestyle? Nothing too incriminating or nothing. Just
nah. I mean, I used to be in the military, right?
Okay.
And it's like, once I got out the military, I fell hard.
Who were you serving?
I was in the Navy.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was in the military making a lot of money. I had my wife and my kids, while I was in the military. It's like, I feel like the military kind of tore between the relationship because he's like, we always gone.
Right.
We always overseas and everything like that. So eventually me and her broke up. Once me and her broke up, I left her with the kids, the crib and everything, and I was like homeless, you know what I mean? So I was basically bouncing around from spot to spot, sleeping on people's floors, living in the hotels and everything, So eventually that's how I turned to the streets.
Right.
I didn't really have, at the time, my mom Dukes had already passed, my pops was gone, you know what I mean? So it was like, I had to do everything for myself. I didn't have nobody to call to be like, yo, I need some money for this. Oh, yo, auntie, I need to stay at your crib, or can I stay here, can I stay there? I didn't have nobody at the time to rely on, you know what I mean? So I was like, yo, I gotta do what I gotta do, I gotta get this money, you feel me? And so it was like, that's how I started hustling, you know what I mean?
All right, what was it, well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do in order to survive, hey, look, I'd rather see you eat than starve, so, what was I gonna say though, so, with you having experience in the streets, with you having your military background, the reflects of your childhood, so all of that molded together is what created Russ Lotto.
Definitely.
And so what was it? So the kind of music you make is, for all different kinds of occasion, but what would you say is your preferred style of, rap? Like, do you like talking about your pain more? Do you like people to turn up more? Like, what would you probably say is your more go-to style?
I say it's half and half.
Half and half? Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Half and half, like 50% I'm gonna give you my story, and then the other 50% I want you to have a good time.
All right. I feel like that's actually a pretty good balance. I think that's what a lot of artists nowadays do. They give you their story, about who they are, what makes them them, and then they also make the traditional bangers that get you turned up and of course hit the Billboard charts #1. So well, I think you actually got a pretty good method going down there. What I was gonna say, like so I see also you got 3 albums, and this year, you got the Redemption album, the My Life album, and the Woke Up Lit album. So that's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of grinding.
Corona, man. Quarantine had a lot of time to myself. You know what I mean? So
right.
I was at the crib.
Making the best of your time. No, I definitely agree with that. So. Like, tell us about that kind of process. Like, was it like a lot of like sleep you had to give up, or like?
I mean, honestly, I write quick.
Right.
So it's like once I start going through some beats, either I'm feeling it within the first 5 minutes or I'm not.
Right.
If I'm feeling it within the first 5 minutes, the song could be done within like the next 30 minutes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was just working, knocking out songs. You know what I mean? It's like easy to make songs to me.
I bet. What was it? So if you had to say, like, what are your top 5 songs that you produced this year that are probably your most favorite? That you want people should go listen to right away.
Alright, I tell people straight up on this album right here. I tell them listen to number 9. It's called Pray. I feel like that's the song right there you need to listen to when you're going through ups and downs and everything.
Right.
And you need to hear a song that's gonna bring you back to life. Like, yo, everything gonna be alright. That's the song right there, Pray. And also, I'm gonna say Run Up a Check.
Alright.
Run Up a Check is like a nice little feel-good song. You want something you could turn up to? I say Run Up a Check. And then I got a couple of other projects, on the Woke Up Lit EP, Giddy Up.
Right.
Like, that's a turn up, that's a club banger right there.
Yeah, so that shit hit hard, definitely.
Yeah. So Giddy Up, I say that's a club banger. And let me see where else I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say My Love.
My Love, okay.
Yeah, My Love, that's a nice feel good song, And I say the last one, I'm gonna say Show Me. On the Woke Up Lit.
Okay. Yeah. What was it? That one. What kind of song is that?
That's like a radio banger.
Okay.
They can play that on the radio non-stop in rotation.
Now, what was it? So, tell us, like, what's your process right now? Like, where does Russ Lotto see himself going in like the next 5 years, or where does Russ Lotto want to go in the next 5 years?
I say the next year I'm gonna have a deal.
All right.
Next year I'm gonna have a deal, and within the next 5 years, I see myself like running my own label.
Okay.
A lot of people scared to sign a record deal because I feel like they don't think that they don't believe in themselves, and they don't believe that they can produce.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people is like one-hit wonders.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I feel like if you only can make like one hit here and there, then I say go independent.
Right.
But I'm saying, like, if somebody put a bag behind me, I'm gonna be locked in that studio, and I'm gonna let them know that it was worth spending that bag on me because I produced. You know what I mean?
Are you afraid that, like, if you were to sign a record deal, that you would lose the authenticity or originality that your music has now, versus like if you signed a deal with a record label and they want you to sound a certain way, make only certain...
I mean, that's something I don't know right now, and that's always something the artist always bears,
right.
Because we always want our creativity, because we was doing this before any label, anything.
Right, of course.
So, it got to be the right situation. I got to definitely have my lawyers involved, and I got to talk to the labels, and I got to let them know what I want out the deal, too, out the situation. It's not going to be a one-way street, because I don't got to sign if it's going to be like that. You feel me?
Right.
So...
Is there anyone like in the mainstream right now who you look up to as inspiration, as far as like whether decide to stay independent or sign a record deal, depending on how they move and all that?
Yeah. I mean, I like Drake.
Drake? Okay, yeah. He's really big on, artists proving how much their worth is. So.
And I feel like Drake produces, you know what I mean? So with somebody that could knock out hit records all the time, you know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like definitely get a deal.
Yeah, plus he has his own label and all that, so definitely.
But I also respect the independent artists too, like like people like Yo Gotti, Moneybagg Yo,
Young
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They grinding, doing their own thing, you know what I mean?
All right, that's definitely, definitely something for an artist to definitely consider, whether signing with a record label is good for them or staying independent. It all depends on the artist.
Yeah.
I would say, is there anyone now in your life who really supports the music and helps you, like feel inspired to create or all that, pushes you to go to the next level?
My wifey.
Wifey? All right, yeah. That's all. They should know. Them and moms, always are big supporters.
Yeah.
What was I say? Like, so she's like a big inspiration on you right now?
Yeah, she definitely. She always tell me how great I am.
Right.
So it's like, she always there for me. She believe in me.
Right. So shout out to your wife for holding it down. That's real loyalty and love. What was I say? What was it? Any future tracks or albums that we should be?
Man, I got 60 songs in the tuck right now. Over 60 songs in the tuck right now.
That's like, depending on how you split that up, that could be like 6 albums.
I record every day.
Okay,
at least 3 songs a day.
Yeah. Anything that you're trying to get on the radio, like as of right now? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna start talking to some radio personalities because I got a lot of music that I feel fits the criteria to get on the radio.
Right. Well, that's how a lot of people get started, to get their music on the radio or on a platform like YouTube or something. So I think that definitely helped. What was it? Would you say that? You coming from South Jersey, I know you're born in New York, but you're rapping out of South Jersey. Would you say that the landscape down here is a lot harder for an artist, say someone coming from, of course, New York, California, Atlanta, where it's more exposure, you have more...
I definitely. I feel like the places artists like myself need to be at is like places like Atlanta, New York, California, and Miami, yeah. Yeah, but it's like out in South Jersey, it's a lot of talent,
right?
But it's like it's not a lot of support,
right?
You feel me?
Exactly.
And then it's this stigma about like people from North Jersey want to be like New York people, and people from South Jersey want to be like Philly people. So it's like a lot of people on the outside looking in, they like, okay,
like
these people don't got their own personalities, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
So but I'm trying to change the way people look at that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to put on.
Well, to say like any artists in South Jersey who you think people should be on the lookout for?
Macy J. You know what I mean?
Macy J.
That's my homie right there.
Right. I think you two got a couple songs actually on your Redemption album, right?
Yeah, definitely. We got the Attila on the Redemption number 5, and then we got Turn Me On number 13. Make sure y'all check that out. But I say Macy J. My boy the barber.
Okay.
He go by 30 MF Days.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's my man right there. So
all South Jersey rappers.
Yeah.
Okay. What was it like? What was it like when you and Macy J linked up to do Attila and Turning Me On? Was that like a hard process that you already know each other, or?
Me and Macy J, we met at a showcase together. Okay. So it's another artist in South Jersey too. His name is Kevin 11.
Yeah. You did a song with him called Alive, right?
Yeah. That's also my boy too. But he had a showcase where he had different artists from the area come through perform. So me and Macy J both was there, and I was feeling her set, she was feeling my set. We exchanged numbers at the end of the day, and one day I was just chilling, working on this project right here, and I hit her up. I'm like, yo, I'm going to the studio Saturday. I'm like, yo, what you got going on? And she was like, I'm gonna be free. So I was like, I said, I'm gonna start working on this song, and I'm gonna send you a copy of it like within a couple of hours. So I started working on the song. I recorded it. I sent it to her real quick. She was like, yo, I like it. So I was like, yo, let's go to the studio and let's lay this down. She was like, bet. So we hooked up that weekend, went to the studio, and we knocked out the Turning Me On. That's the record I sent her.
Yeah.
But while we was at the studio, we just kept on vibing, and we was like, yo, let's get another song in. We still got studio time left. And that's when we did the Attila. Yeah.
All right, I like that. What was it like? So it seems that you do also give other artists like yourself who haven't had notoriety a chance to shine. So I do, I do like that. Is there any mainstream artists who you could see yourself doing a feature with, or that you would want to do a feature with in the future and all that?
Yeah, definitely, man. I would love to work with Meek Mill. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I feel like I can match his energy, and I feel like, you know, we got like similar tones and everything. So I think a track with Meek Mill would definitely be dope.
Right.
And of course Drake. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, you do a feature with Drake, you know, you're basically set for life. Like,
Right.
You know, what was it like? Actually, I wanted to ask you a question. Actually, it pertains to the video behind it. So,
Okay.
what was it? I think this is your Run Up a Check video, a video that we actually shot for your first video. So,
Okay.
tell us the mindset was like going in, like for the skit behind you. Like, is this a representation perhaps of your life, or you know?
The Run Up a Check. It's like a representation of my life, but not like
in every detail that the acting was concerned.
It's basically like me being in the streets,
Right.
and me trying to leave the streets alone and trying to do something better with my life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, you know, it's a lot of things going on in the streets. You know what I mean? You could be doing this, you could be doing that. Like the streets as a whole, it's a lot of stuff going on. You know what I mean? But just basically say I was 10 toes down in the streets. Everybody that know me know I was 10 toes down in the streets. And, you know, I've been in a lot of situations where I wouldn't even been living right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Things could have went way left, you know what I mean? But I got through it, you know what I mean? And, you know, got to the point where I'm like, yo, I got kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to be here for my kids, you know what I mean?
Have you ever served any time behind bars or anything, or?
Yeah, I've been locked up, but not for nothing like no
Years, nothing like no federal.
just like fighting stuff.
Okay, yeah. No, usual aggravated assault charges.
Yeah.
You know. Sometimes niggas need to get got. You know, like what was it? But you know, it seems like as far as like who you are as an artist, you know, the kind of music you like to make, the kind of people who you like to attract. So it's good that you know your brand, because for a lot of people nowadays, you know, like it's just. They make music just to make music in the hopes of, you know, just making a hit and getting signed and famous. But for you, you know, it's like a form of therapy, like you said, and you use this to tell people your story.
Yeah, and I also be trying to teach the youth, man. You know what I mean? If you listen to my music, it's always gems, hidden gems inside the lyrics and the music.
Right.
You know, where if you really listening to it and paying attention, you'll be like, yo, he just taught me something. You know what I mean? Because basically, I'm just telling all the things that I've been through. And the mistakes I made, and I'm trying to put it out there for the world so they don't make the same mistakes, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
so, you know, music coming from wisdom.
So, what would you say separates Russ Lotto from other artists in the industry right now?
I say like this right here. I can't really judge these artists because I don't know them personally.
Right.
But I do believe it's a lot of cap in these niggas' raps, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the fraudulentness.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, a lot of people be like, yo, you gotta fake it to make it.
Right.
But me personally, I like to keep it real. You know what I mean? I don't got no skeletons in my closet. It ain't gonna be nothing that somebody can say later on, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Everything I'm talking about is like real, my life, you know what I mean? So I don't respect all that talking about killing each other and everything, you know what I mean? I feel like Black Lives Matter, all lives matters, but at the end of the day, I ain't into all of that, you know, smoking on dead people, killing ops, and, you know, like, you killing somebody that's skin color the same as yours, you know what I mean? That could have been your brother, your cousin, you know what I mean? So,
so I see that you have a very, as the kids like to say, a woke mindset.
Yeah.
You know, like, is that, you know, another inspiration for your music?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
okay.
Yeah.
Like, what I would say, like, with everything going on today's, you know, racial and political landscape, do you feel like, you know, like you have a sense of urgency and like a responsibility to make the music that's going to empower the youth and empower people to want to do better and make change and all that?
Yeah, definitely, because I believe that we need leaders out here.
Right.
I mean, everybody is a follower, everybody following. I feel like we need some leaders. Like back in the days, we had leaders, you know what I mean? Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey.
Right.
And I feel like nowadays, everybody is a follower.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nobody want to take that role on and be like, yo, I'm going to be different, I'm going to lead. So that's something I always wanted to do. You know what I mean? And I already know, just like them other dudes in the past, you know what I mean? Yo, some people might not like it, you know what I mean? Whether I die for it, I'm dying for something I stand for, something I believe in. You know what I mean?
You know, either you stand for something or you fall for nothing. You know, old expression. So if I was a new listener, never heard of Russ Lotto, never heard any of your music before, why should I listen to you?
I'll tell you like this. You want to listen to me because I make good music.
Right.
I make music that's going to make you feel good. I make music that's going to keep your energy positive and not into a negative state, you know, and just feel good music all over. Yeah, so I make music that's relatable, you feel me? So like, the music that I make, you feel like it's coming from you.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Okay, so, like you definitely try to, keep it on a grounded level that way, the person listening doesn't feel like you're being too, like, over the top or you're exaggerating your bars. Like, this is, like, real down-to-earth type stuff. This is something that we can all listen to and go, all right, yeah, definitely. What was I say? So, what's next for Russ Lotto? What's the next song that you're, anything you can give us, like a preview of the next album, song, anything?
Yeah, I definitely, I don't know, I got this song right now called I Love It. You know what I mean? I think it's a hit. You know what I mean? I think it's a big hit. And I really want to shoot a video for that song.
Alright. Yeah. What was it like? Tell us a little bit about that song.
The song is basically about like you met this girl that you was really feeling.
Right.
You know what I mean? She like everything to you. You know what I mean? You like the way she walked, the way she talked.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like one of them songs right there, like, ooh, you know what I mean?
Right, oh yeah,
Definitely dope.
What was it like, love at first sight type stuff? Like,
Yeah.
You ever had that in your life, love at first sight?
Of course, man. I think everybody has.
You're not lying about that one. I know I definitely did, and it fucked me up in the end. But, what was I say though? Would you probably say that, like that's also a big inspiration for your music, love? Like love not only for itself, but for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? Like,
because I see you got like a lot of romantic, music on your album. So I see that you might be, you're hard and and you come from, from the streets.
I'm like Drake and LL Cool J. That's the best way I could describe it. Like LL Cool J and Drake,
right.
Like they could rap their ass off. You know what I mean? And they could make songs for the females. You know what I mean? They could do it all. So.
Yeah, well, so hopefully, you're a better actor than both of them. So,
word.
What was I gonna say? Like, anything else you want to tell the audience, listening? Anything else they should know about you or anything?
Yeah, just know that I'm about to take over the game, and I really want y'all to support real music out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And to the people out there, man, we gotta stop killing each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
All the youngsters out there, man, put them guns down, man. Put them guns down, stop killing each other, and just be there. A lot of dudes losing their lives, man, and they got little young kids, man. You know what I mean? Your kids need you out there, man. So I say put them guns down, man, and we gotta stick together as a people. You know what I mean? And start spreading love.
Definitely. All right, this has been very informative. Now I want to thank you so much, for sitting down with us and giving us insight into your background and all that.
One more thing. Follow me on Instagram.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Follow me on Instagram, Russ Lotto 1738. I'm on SoundCloud at the official Russ Lotto, and my YouTube channel is Russ Lotto Redemption, and I'm on Twitter as well, Russ Lotto 1738.
Make sure you go and definitely follow him for all of his dope content and music.
Redemption out now on all music platforms, and make sure y'all get it, man. Make sure y'all get that.
What was I gonna say? You got another video coming out soon, if I'm correct, right?
Oh yeah. I got 2 more videos coming out soon.
Okay.
And shout out to Gillfree Media, man. They shooting my videos. They the best in the game right now. You know what I mean? We got Dig Me coming out.
Right.
Dig Me is gonna be dope.
That's definitely a banger right there. I heard the person who edited that is a genius.
Yo, man, shout out to Gillfree Media, man. They do their thing every time. And we got Attila.
All right. With Mixing J, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be good too. You know what I mean? We got a lot of pretty ladies in there for everybody out there.
All right, what was it? We definitely gotta sit down with you and Mixing J and get y'all vibe off of that song. So we definitely gotta set that for the near future. But this has been terrific. Russ, I want to thank you so much for allowing us to interview you and for you to give the people insight into your life and your background. So everyone, please go follow Russ Lotto on all social media platforms and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Be on the lookout for those next 2 upcoming videos, Dig Me and Attila.
You already know Gillfree Media, man. Russ Lotto in the building, man. Shout out to New York, man. Shout out to Jersey, Philly, Virginia, South Carolina. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Russ Lotto, man.